Hi, my name is Sydney Brooks, and I'll be doing a speech on soldier treatment. All American citizens, no matter what background they come from, are all the same. Sometimes people go through traumatic events that can change them from how they used to be. American soldiers are destined to get post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD, which causes them to be stressed or frightened. Because American soldiers fight for their citizens' freedoms, they should give their returning soldiers the correct medical care that they need. Soldiers go above and beyond to put their lives in danger for their fellow citizens so they don't have to worry when they go to sleep at night or go to the grocery store or anything like that. Both the family and government need to realize that PTSD is a real illness and needs to be treated. PTSD is a long-term illness that people overlook most of the time. When not only soldiers but others who experience a traumatic event get diagnosed with PTSD, they should receive the correct treatment. When soldiers return from war, they get 2 weeks of total care. Then they are left on their own, even if their illness or injury is not fully treated. Most veterans will need long-term care with a psychologist or guidance counselor to help with their illness. Therapy for all veterans should be offered to them as long as they need it. They go through traumatic events to help keep all the American citizens safe. The soldiers put their life in danger, so the amount of treatment and care people should show them when they return should be a fair amount. According to Price, talk therapy treatment for PTSD usually lasts 6 to 12 weeks, but can last longer. The amount of treatment should be taken into consideration because of all the trouble and effort the American soldiers go through for their country. If someone has not personally experienced PTSD, they may not understand the actual effect it has on others. Most people expect a returning soldier to act the same way that they did when they return back from war, but that's not always the case. Family and friends should be considerate of what the soldiers have gone through, so it doesn't mess up their relationship with one another. The family assumes that their experiences at home and the soldier activities on the battlefield will easily be assimilated by each other at the same time of the reunion, that the pre-war roles will be resumed. But in many cases, this is not the outcome. When someone is diagnosed with PTSD, their family members can get affected by it as well. The change in one's actions can rub off on one another, making the treatment for both of the diagnosed and the family to become urgent. They all should be offered the treatment for both of each other for some type of treatment until the PTSD is completely gone. This is showing respect to the soldiers and their families that have to live with not knowing if their family member is even going to come home alive. Many soldiers want to come home to the life they had before they left, but sometimes the government does not help the returning soldiers with getting a job or going to school. If the government put more effort into helping and returning soldiers, it would keep their mind off of the previous traumatic events they have experienced. Keeping them busy could help cure their PTSD. Without the government's efforts, though, it is hard for them to find decent jobs without education. Approximately 40% of the homeless men are veterans, which means the government is not respecting those who fight for their freedom. The government should make sure each returning soldier and veteran has a stable home to live in, and that they are capable of having a job. They should be handed a job. With the help of government, the rate of PTSD will begin to lower because of the jobs and schooling, keeping the soldiers' thoughts away from the traumatic event that they have gone through. It might seem to some of those who sign up for the military of any branch know that they are getting themselves into, and that they should expect to come out with some type of illness, whether it is physical or mental. Even if they know what they are signing up for, the people should respect that they are fighting for not just their freedom, but every other American citizen's freedom. They take pride in their country and would sacrifice their life for all others. Not all returning soldiers have a type of illness when medical attention they need. Michael implies in his documentary that American government should be more engaged in the returning soldiers' treatment in their lives after returning. If their government needs more involved with helping the returning soldiers, more American citizens will be engaged in the fact that they could be getting the correct medical attention. The treatment for soldiers is very little when they should be respected the most and able to receive all the care that they need to live a healthy life after serving their country. American citizens should want to help out those who are fighting for their freedom and provide them for what they need once they return from war. Both the families and government need to step up and change the way they help returning veterans. PTSD is a real illness that no one should have to live with, whether it is from war or just any traumatic event. Thank you.